You are not hard to love. You're hard to forget. You have spent a great deal of time worrying about one simple question. That question is whether you are simply too much for other people to handle. You have tried to soften your voice and make your needs smaller. You have hidden your big feelings because they felt like a burden to others. You have apologized for your passion and your fire more times than you can count. But what if the entire question was asked in the wrong way from the very start? What if you were never meant to be easy to carry around like a light bag? What if you were meant to be impossible to forget, like a beautiful song that plays in the mind forever? This book is not about teaching you how to become smaller or more convenient for the world. This book is about waking up to the incredible truth that you are a masterpiece of unique energy. You are not a problem that needs to be solved with less emotion and more silence. You are a person who was designed to leave a deep mark on everyone you meet. The world is already full of people who are easy to ignore and easy to replace. The world is starving for people who are bold, real, and deeply memorable. So we are going to flip this whole story upside down and inside out. We are going to discover that your so-called hard parts are actually your greatest gifts. Chapter 1: The Too Much Trap. From the moment you were young, you probably received secret messages about how to behave. You were told to be quiet when you were too loud and to calm down when you were too excited. You learned that big emotions made adults uncomfortable and that your passion was a bit annoying. Over time, you started to believe that your natural energy was a mistake that needed fixing. You began to watch other people who seemed calm and easy, and you wished you were like them. You tried to copy their stillness, but it always felt fake and exhausting to maintain. This is the trap that catches so many bright and fiery souls in the world. It makes you think that your brightness is a flaw instead of a beautiful light. Society loves to reward people who fit neatly into small and simple boxes. These boxes are comfortable and they do not challenge anyone's thinking or feelings. If you are loud, you are told to be quiet so others can think clearly. If you cry easily, you are told to be strong so others do not feel awkward. If you have big dreams, you are told to be realistic so others do not feel jealous. All of these messages are designed to shrink you down to a safer size. But the truth is that the most amazing people in history were never safe or small. They were wild, intense, and full of energy that could not be contained by any box. When you fall into the too much trap, you start to abandon your own true self. You abandon the parts of you that sing loudly in the car without caring who hears. You abandon the parts that laugh so hard that your stomach hurts and your eyes water. You abandon the parts that cry during sad movies and feel everything so deeply. You begin to see these moments as embarrassing and childish instead of beautiful and human. You start to build a fake version of yourself that is polite and quiet all the time. This fake version is accepted by many people, but it feels hollow and empty inside. The real you gets buried deeper and deeper under layers of false politeness and forced calm. But here is the most important question you need to ask yourself right now. Who are you really when no one is watching and judging your every move? Who are you when you are alone in your room with your favorite music playing? Who are you when you are talking to your best friend about your wildest dreams and fears? That person is the real you, and that person is not too much at all. That person is exactly the right amount of everything that makes life exciting and worth living. The trap only works if you keep believing that your real self is a problem. The moment you stop believing that lie, the trap loses all of its power over you. You can finally breathe and stretch and become the person you were always meant to be. Think about the people you love the most in your entire life right now. Do you love them because they are quiet and easy to manage all the time? Or do you love them because they have quirks, passions, and unique personalities that make them special? You love them for their laughter, their silly habits, and their deep feelings. You love them because they are real and you can see their true hearts shining through. So why would you deny the same gift to the people who want to love you back? Why would you hide the very things that make you lovable and unforgettable to others? Your too much is exactly what makes you a treasure instead of just another face in the crowd. Your too much is the doorway to real connection and real love. So we are going to start this journey by smashing that trap into a million tiny pieces. We are going to declare that your intensity is not a weakness but a powerful force of nature. We are going to celebrate your loud laugh and your messy tears and your enormous dreams. We are going to look in the mirror and say, I am not too much, I am just enough. This is the first step toward becoming the unforgettable person you were born to be. This is the first step toward loving yourself without any conditions or apologies. This is the first step toward a life that is full of meaning and passion. And this is the first step that will change everything for you from this moment forward. Chapter 2. The Echo of Old Stories. Every single person carries old stories inside their mind that they did not write themselves. These stories were given to you by parents, teachers, friends, and even strangers who did not know you well. They told you who you were and what you could become in this big world. They told you that you were difficult, stubborn, or way too sensitive for your own good. These words sank deep into your heart like heavy stones in a clear river. Over time, you began to repeat these stories to yourself every single day. You started to believe that these outside voices knew you better than you knew yourself. But those voices were just guessing, and their guesses were often completely wrong and unfair. The echo of these old stories is very loud and very hard to escape. It follows you into your relationships and makes you feel unsure of your own worth. It whispers in your ear when you try something new and daring and exciting. It tells you that you will fail because you are not good enough or smart enough. It reminds you of every mistake you ever made and every time you were rejected. This echo is like a broken record that plays the same sad song on repeat forever. The song is about your flaws and your failures and your embarrassing moments. But the song is a lie, and you have the power to change the record entirely. You must understand that the people who gave you these stories were also carrying their own heavy baggage. They were speaking from their own fears, limitations, and unhealed wounds from their past. They were not seeing you clearly because they were looking through their own cloudy glasses. Their words were a reflection of their own inner struggles and not a true picture of you. When your teacher said you were too talkative, she was probably overwhelmed by her own busy day. When your friend said you were too emotional, he was probably uncomfortable with his own feelings. When your parents said you were too stubborn, they were probably frustrated by their own lack of control. Their stories were about them, not about you, and you can finally let them go now. Breaking free from these old stories requires a brave and conscious decision from you. You have to stop and catch yourself when you start repeating these tired old lies. You have to question every negative thought that comes into your mind automatically. You have to ask yourself, is this thought really true or is it just an old echo? You have to look for real evidence that proves these stories are wrong and outdated. You have to remind yourself that you are a grown person who can write new stories today. You are no longer that scared child or that confused teenager from long ago. You are a powerful adult who gets to choose your own beliefs and your own truth. Think about how different your life would be without these old stories holding you back. Imagine waking up in the morning without hearing that voice that says you are not enough. Imagine going after your biggest dreams without that nagging doubt in the back of your mind. Imagine loving someone fully without the fear that you are too hard to handle. This is the freedom that awaits you when you silence those old echoes for good. This is the peace that comes when you stop living by someone else's outdated script. This is the excitement that comes when you finally write your own story from scratch. And this is the beauty that comes when you become the author of your own amazing life. So today we are going to begin the process of rewriting everything you thought you knew. We are going to take a big eraser and wipe out those old, hurtful words completely. We are going to fill that blank space with new words that are kind, true, and empowering. We are going to declare that your sensitivity is your superpower and your passion is your fuel. We are going to declare that your stubbornness is your determination to never give up on what matters. We are going to declare that you are a beautiful and complex person who deserves love exactly as you are. The echo will fade away as your new voice grows louder and more confident. And soon, you will only hear the wonderful sound of your own truth. Chapter 3. The difference between a burden and a gift. There is a huge difference between carrying a heavy burden and holding a precious gift. A burden is something that weighs you down and makes you tired and sad every day. A gift is something that brings joy, light, and meaning to everyone who receives it. The problem is that we often confuse our own gifts with burdens because of our past experiences. We look at our deep emotions and think they are too heavy for other people to carry. We look at our big dreams and think they are too ambitious for anyone to support. We look at our unique quirks and think they are too strange for anyone to accept. But we have been looking at everything backwards, and it is time to turn our perspective around completely. Your emotions are not a burden because they are the very thing that connects you to other humans. Your ability to feel deeply is what allows you to understand joy, sorrow, and love in a profound way. People who cannot feel deeply often live shallow lives that lack real meaning and connection. Your passion is not a burden because it is the engine that drives you toward your purpose. Your intensity is not a burden because it shows that you care about things that truly matter in this world. Your sensitivity is not a burden because it gives you the ability to notice beauty and pain in others. These are not weights that you drag behind you like heavy chains. These are wings that allow you to soar higher than you ever imagined possible. Think about a beautiful painting that hangs in a famous museum for everyone to admire. That painting is not a burden to the people who view it with wonder and appreciation. The painting is a gift that makes people stop, think, and feel something special inside themselves. Now think about yourself as that beautiful and unique painting in the world. You are not meant to be stored in a dark closet where no one can see you. You are meant to be displayed proudly so that others can experience your beauty and depth. Your complexity is what makes you interesting and worth looking at more than once. Your colors and shapes are what make you unforgettable to everyone who truly sees you. You are not a problem to be hidden away, but a masterpiece to be celebrated out loud. When you start to see yourself as a gift instead of a burden, everything in your life begins to shift. You stop apologizing for your existence and start sharing your light with the world around you. You stop hiding your feelings and start expressing them honestly and openly with others. You stop dimming your brilliance and start shining as brightly as you possibly can. You attract people who see your value and who treat you like the treasure you truly are. You repel people who only want to use you and drain your beautiful energy away. You start to feel lighter because you are no longer carrying the weight of false shame. You start to feel free because you are finally being exactly who you were made to be. The people who truly love you will never see your depth as a burden to them. They will see your depth as a gift that enriches their own lives in countless ways. They will appreciate your passion because it makes life more exciting and meaningful for them. They will cherish your sensitivity because it shows them that you have a caring and compassionate heart. They will admire your strength because they know it took courage to be so real and open. They will hold you close because they know that unforgettable people are rare and precious. They will never ask you to be smaller or quieter or easier to manage. They will ask you to be more of yourself because that is exactly what they fell in love with. So from this day forward, you are going to reclaim your gifts with pride and confidence. You are going to look at every so-called flaw and see it as a special power instead. You are going to announce to the world that you are a gift that cannot be returned or exchanged. You are going to stop shrinking and start expanding into your full and glorious self. You are going to give yourself permission to be exactly as big as your heart wants to be. You are going to remember that a burden is just a gift that has not been unwrapped yet. Your unwrapping day has finally arrived, and the whole world is waiting to see your beauty. And once they see it, they will never, ever be able to forget you. Chapter 4. The Magic of Your Deepest Marks. Every single experience you have ever lived has left a mark on your heart and soul. These marks are like invisible tattoos that tell the story of where you have been and what you have survived. Some of these marks came from moments of incredible joy and pure happiness in your life. Some of these marks came from moments of deep pain and heartbreaking loss that you endured. Some of these marks came from ordinary days that somehow changed your perspective forever. Together, these marks form a unique pattern that belongs only to you in the entire universe. This pattern is your personal magic, and it is the source of your power. This pattern is what makes you unforgettable and completely irreplaceable in this world. Most people spend their lives trying to hide their deepest marks from others. They are embarrassed by their past struggles and ashamed of their old wounds. They try to cover up their scars with fake smiles and pretend that nothing ever hurt them. They think that if people see their marks, they will be judged or rejected for being damaged. But the exact opposite is true when you show your marks with courage and honesty. Your marks are the things that make you human, real, and deeply relatable to other people. Your marks show that you have lived, that you have felt, and that you have survived. Your marks are your greatest teaching tools and your most powerful connection points with others. Think about the people you admire most in your life or in history books. Are they people who had perfect, easy lives with no struggles at all? Or are they people who overcame huge obstacles and rose above their difficult circumstances? The most inspiring people are always those who turned their wounds into wisdom and their pain into power. They did not hide their scars, but wore them like medals of honor and bravery. They used their marks to help others who were going through similar painful experiences. They proved that a broken heart can still beat with incredible strength and love. Their marks became their message, and their message changed the world around them. Your marks can do the exact same thing if you are brave enough to show them. The magic of your deepest marks is that they give you a unique perspective on life. You see things that other people miss because you have walked through darkness before. You feel things that other people ignore because you have learned to be sensitive and aware. You understand pain in a way that makes you compassionate and kind to suffering people. You appreciate joy in a way that makes you grateful for every small and beautiful moment. You have a depth that cannot be faked or learned from any book or course. This depth is what draws people to you and makes them want to know your story. This depth is what makes you a safe harbor for others who are lost in their own storms. When you embrace your deepest marks, you stop being afraid of your own history. You stop running from your past and start using it as fuel for your future. You stop feeling ashamed and start feeling proud of everything you have overcome. You realize that your struggles were not punishments but powerful lessons in disguise. You realize that your failures were not endings but important steps on your journey. You realize that your losses were not thefts but opportunities for new and better things. You understand that every mark on your soul has made you stronger and wiser. You understand that you are a masterpiece created by both sunshine and rain together. So we are going to celebrate your deepest marks in this chapter and beyond. We are going to look at your past with new eyes that see beauty instead of shame. We are going to honor every tear you cried and every battle you fought alone. We are going to thank your past self for being so brave and resilient through everything. We are going to use your marks to connect with others who need your light and hope. We are going to realize that your marks are not weaknesses, but your most powerful assets. We are going to remember that the most beautiful diamonds are made under extreme pressure. And you, my friend, are one of the most beautiful diamonds that has ever existed. Chapter 5. The Unspoken Language. There is a language that is more powerful than any words you could ever speak out loud. This language is spoken through your eyes, your gestures, and your silent presence in a room. This language is felt in the way you listen and the way you truly see another person. This language is communicated in your warmth, your energy, and your genuine interest in others. This unspoken language is what makes people feel safe, valued, and understood around you. This language is what separates forgettable people from unforgettable people in every relationship. This language does not require fancy vocabulary or perfect grammar to be effective. This language only requires that you are fully present and fully yourself in every moment. Many people think that being unforgettable means saying clever things all the time. They think they need to be funny, smart, or impressive with their words to stand out. But the truth is that people remember how you made them feel much more than what you said. They remember if you looked them in the eye with kindness and genuine care for them. They remember if you nodded along with understanding when they shared their deepest fears. They remember if you held space for their silence without trying to fill it with empty chatter. They remember if your presence felt like a warm blanket on a cold and lonely night. Your unspoken language is your secret weapon for becoming deeply memorable to everyone you meet. The most important part of this unspoken language is the art of true and deep listening. Most people do not really listen when others are speaking to them at all. They are busy thinking about what they will say next or checking their phones. They are distracted by their own thoughts and worries and to-do lists in their heads. But when you truly listen, you give the other person the gift of your full attention. You make them feel like they are the only person in the entire universe at that moment. You make them feel heard, valued, and important just by being fully present. This kind of listening is rare and precious, and people will never forget it. Your presence is another huge part of this beautiful unspoken language that you speak. The energy you bring into a room is felt before you even say a single word out loud. If you are anxious and closed off, people will feel that tension around you immediately. If you are open and warm, people will feel safe and comfortable in your company. Your posture, your smile, and your eye contact all send powerful messages to others. Your calmness can soothe a panicked friend who is having a very bad day. Your excitement can lift a group of people who are feeling bored and tired. Your authenticity invites others to drop their own masks and be real with you. Your presence is your gift, and it is a gift that keeps on giving to everyone. Think about the people you remember from your past who were not especially talkative. You remember them because of the quiet confidence that radiated from their peaceful hearts. You remember them because of the gentle way they made you feel important and special. You remember them because of their steady gaze that seemed to see right into your soul. You remember them because of their calm energy that made you feel grounded and safe. You remember them because they never rushed you or made you feel like a burden. These people did not need to be loud to be unforgettable in your mind. Their unspoken language was so powerful that you still think about them today. So we are going to master this unspoken language together in your daily life. We are going to practice giving people our full and undivided attention starting today. We are going to slow down and be present instead of rushing through every interaction. We are going to use our eyes to say, I see you and you matter to me. We are going to use our energy to say, you are safe here with me right now. We are going to use our silence to say, I am listening to everything you are feeling. We are going to become masters of this beautiful language that speaks straight to the heart. And when we do, we will become absolutely unforgettable to every soul we encounter. Chapter 6: Tattoos of the Soul. Your soul has permanent tattoos that no one can see with their physical eyes. These tattoos are the stories, the lessons, and the transformations you have gone through in life. Some of these tattoos are dark and heavy from the hardest times you have endured. Some of these tattoos are bright and colorful from the happiest moments you have experienced. Some of these tattoos are bold and clear from the bold decisions you have made. Some of these tattoos are subtle and delicate from the quiet realizations you have had. Together, these tattoos create a gallery of art that tells your complete story. This gallery is unique to you, and no one else has the exact same collection. Many people are ashamed of their soul tattoos and try to hide them from the world. They cover their painful stories with fake confidence and pretend they never happened at all. They bury their transformative moments under layers of busyness and distraction every single day. They ignore the beautiful lessons that their struggles have taught them over time. They act as if their past is irrelevant and does not matter to who they are now. But your soul tattoos are not things to hide or be ashamed of at all. They are the evidence of your survival, your growth, and your incredible strength. They are the proof that you are a warrior who has faced battles and won. Think about the beauty of a person who wears their soul tattoos with pride and grace. You can see their wisdom shining through their eyes and their gentle smile. You can sense their depth in the way they speak about life and its challenges. You can feel their strength in the way they handle difficult situations with calm courage. You can hear their resilience in the stories they share about their past struggles. These people are magnetic and attractive because they are real and honest about themselves. They do not pretend to be perfect or to have never felt pain in their lives. They are unforgettable because their soul tattoos are visible to everyone who meets them. Your soul tattoos are also the very things that make you relatable to other human beings. Everyone has experienced pain, loss, fear, and disappointment in their own lives. When you show your tattoos, you give others permission to show theirs too. You create a bond of shared humanity that cannot be broken or faked easily. You become a source of hope for people who are still in the middle of their struggles. You show them that it is possible to heal, to grow, and to become even more beautiful. You show them that their tattoos are not curses but badges of honor. You show them that they are not alone in their pain and their journey. There is a certain power that comes when you stop hiding your soul tattoos forever. You stop wasting energy on pretending to be someone you are not anymore. You stop feeling exhausted from keeping up a perfect appearance that is fake. You start using your energy to help others who are going through the same things. You start attracting people who appreciate your realness and your raw honesty. You start building relationships that are deep, meaningful, and built on true understanding. You start living a life that is authentic and aligned with your true self. You start becoming the person you were always meant to be deep inside. So today, we are going to honor every single tattoo that your soul carries proudly. We are going to look at your painful past as a teacher that made you wise. We are going to look at your mistakes as lessons that guided you to a better path. We are going to look at your losses as doorways that open to new opportunities. We are going to celebrate your scars because they show how brave you truly are. We are going to celebrate your joys because they show how beautiful life can be. We are going to remember that your soul gallery is a masterpiece of survival, and we are going to show it to the world without fear or shame ever again. Chapter 7. The Boldness of Being Seen. There is a special kind of courage that is required to let yourself be truly seen. This courage is different from physical bravery or taking big risks in your life. This courage is about showing your true self without any masks or protective walls around your heart. It is about letting people see your flaws, your fears, and your beautiful imperfections clearly. It is about standing in the spotlight and not running away to the shadows of safety. It is about saying, "This is me," without apology or the need for approval. This boldness is rare in a world that teaches us to hide and protect ourselves. But this boldness is exactly what makes a person unforgettable and deeply loved. Most people go through their entire lives wearing masks that hide their real identities. They wear the mask of being fine when they are actually falling apart inside. They wear the mask of being confident when they are actually terrified and uncertain. They wear the mask of being happy when they are actually sad and lonely in their hearts. They wear these masks so long that they forget what their real face looks like. They become so comfortable with their masks that taking them off feels impossible. But a life lived behind a mask is a life that is half-lived and unfulfilled. You can never be truly loved if no one ever sees the real you underneath. The boldness of being seen starts with a very simple and brave decision inside you. You decide that you are tired of hiding and pretending to be someone else. You decide that you are ready to accept yourself completely, flaws and all included. You decide that the right people will love the real you, not the fake version. You decide that the wrong people can leave because they were never for you anyway. You decide that your authentic self is worthy of love and acceptance without conditions. This decision is the turning point that changes everything in your life forever. This decision is the key that unlocks your freedom and your true happiness. When you start being bold enough to be seen, something magical begins to happen to you. The people around you start to relax and drop their own masks in response to your honesty. They feel safe to be real because you have created a space of safety and trust. Your relationships become deeper, richer, and more meaningful than they ever were before. You stop attracting shallow connections and start attracting soulful and genuine bonds. You stop feeling lonely because you are finally connecting with people on a real level. You start feeling alive because you are no longer hiding your beautiful light. You start feeling free because you have nothing left to protect or defend anymore. Think about the people who have impacted your life the most in your memory. They were probably not the people who were perfect and had everything together all the time. They were probably the people who were honest about their struggles and their humanity. They were the ones who cried in front of you and laughed without holding back. They were the ones who admitted their fears and shared their wildest dreams with you. They were the ones who made you feel like you could be your true self too. They were unforgettable because they had the boldness to be truly seen by you. Their courage gave you permission to be brave in your own beautiful way. So we are going to cultivate this boldness together in your daily life starting now. We are going to practice sharing one small truth about ourselves every single day. We are going to practice dropping the mask and showing our real faces to the world. We are going to practice saying, "I am scared," or "I am sad," when we feel those things. We are going to practice laughing loudly and crying openly without feeling ashamed. We are going to practice being the real us in every room we enter. We are going to become unforgettable because we are brave enough to be seen. And we will discover that being seen is the most beautiful gift we can give ourselves. Chapter 8. An Awkwardly Beautiful Symphony. Your life is not a simple and neat song that plays perfectly from beginning to end. Your life is a symphony that has loud parts, soft parts, and some very awkward parts too. Sometimes you hit the wrong note and create a sound that is surprising and strange. Sometimes you play a beautiful melody that brings tears to the eyes of everyone listening. Sometimes you have moments of silence that are just as powerful as the music itself. Sometimes you have moments of chaos that sound like a beautiful mess of sounds and feelings. All of these parts together create something that is uniquely and wonderfully yours. This awkwardly beautiful symphony is what makes you unforgettable to everyone who hears it. Many people try to make their lives into simple and predictable pop songs that everyone knows. They try to follow the same formula that everyone else is following in their lives. They try to hit all the right notes and avoid making any mistakes at all. But a life like that is forgettable and does not leave a mark on anyone's heart. The most memorable music is the music that surprises us and makes us feel something new. The most memorable people are the ones who embrace their awkward moments and weird quirks. They do not try to be smooth and perfect because that is boring and fake. They let their messy, beautiful, awkward symphony play loud for everyone to hear. Think about a jazz band that improvises and makes up the music as they go along. Sometimes they play a note that sounds like a mistake, but then it becomes something brilliant. Sometimes they go off on a tangent that seems random, but then it all comes together. The beauty of jazz is in the unexpected twists and turns that keep you guessing. Your life is like that jazz band playing an improvisational concert every single day. You do not know exactly what note comes next, and that is what makes it exciting. You are creating something original that has never been played before in history. Your awkward moments are not failures but interesting variations on the main theme. Your symphony includes all of your contradictions that seem to fight against each other. You can be strong and weak at the exact same time in your heart. You can be confident and scared in the very same moment you act. You can be wise and foolish all within the span of a single day. You can love someone deeply and still need your space and freedom from them. You can be serious and silly and switch between them without warning. These contradictions are not problems but the spices that flavor your beautiful music. They make you complex, interesting, and impossible to fully figure out or forget. When you embrace the awkwardness of your symphony, you stop trying to be perfect. You stop comparing your music to someone else's because yours is completely different. You stop feeling bad about your weird notes and strange rhythms and sudden pauses. You start to appreciate the unique sound that only you can create in this world. You start to dance to your own beat instead of trying to follow someone else's. You start to attract people who love your specific style of music. You start to create relationships that harmonize with your unique sound perfectly. You start to live a life that feels authentic and true to your soul's melody. So we are going to celebrate your awkwardly beautiful symphony from now on. We are going to stop apologizing for the weird and wonderful parts of your personality. We are going to laugh at your mistakes and learn to love your imperfect notes. We are going to appreciate the silence and the chaos in equal measure now. We are going to remember that the most beautiful music is never perfectly polished. We are going to play your song loud and proud for the whole world to hear. We are going to become unforgettable because our music is unlike anything else. And we are going to enjoy every single note of this incredible journey called life. Chapter 9. Fireproofing Your Heart. Living a big and unforgettable life requires a heart that can handle intense heat and pressure. You will face moments that test your strength and try to break your spirit completely. You will face people who do not understand your fire and try to put it out. You will face situations that make you want to give up and retreat into a safe shell. That is why you need to fireproof your heart so it can survive anything. Fireproofing does not mean building walls that keep everyone and everything out forever. Fireproofing means building a heart that is strong enough to handle the heat without breaking. It means creating an inner strength that can withstand any storm that comes your way. The first step in fireproofing your heart is knowing exactly who you are inside. You need to have a clear sense of your values, your beliefs, and your non-negotiable truths. When you know yourself deeply, no one can shake your foundation very easily at all. You will not be swayed by other people's opinions or their harsh criticisms of you. You will not crumble when someone rejects you or does not appreciate your worth. You will stand firm like a strong tree that bends in the wind but never breaks. This self-knowledge is the strongest fireproof material that you can ever develop. It protects you from the flames of doubt, fear, and other people's negative energy. The second step in fireproofing your heart is building a strong support system around you. You need people who will stand with you when the fire gets too hot to handle alone. You need friends who will remind you of your strength when you have forgotten it. You need family who will hold your hand and tell you that everything will be okay. You need a community that believes in you even when you struggle to believe in yourself. These people are your fire extinguishers who can put out the flames of despair. They are your shelter where you can rest and recover from the heat of battle. They are your cheerleaders who encourage you to keep going and never give up. With them by your side, you can face any fire that life throws at you. The third step is learning to let go of things that do not serve your highest good. You have to release people who constantly try to dim your bright and beautiful light. You have to release situations that drain your energy and leave you feeling empty inside. You have to release old beliefs that tell you that you are not strong enough to survive. You have to release the need for everyone to approve of you and your choices. You have to release the fear of being hurt again by someone you trusted completely. Holding onto these things is like carrying gasoline into a burning building. They only make the fire worse and put you in more danger than before. Let them go and watch how much lighter and safer you instantly become. When you fireproof your heart, you become someone who can handle anything life brings. You become a safe place for others who are burning with their own pain and struggles. You become a source of calm in the middle of chaos and confusion all around. You become a leader who can guide others through their own dark and fiery times. You become resilient and bounce back faster from every setback and disappointment. You become wise because you have learned what truly matters in the big picture. You become a warrior who has been tested by fire and emerged stronger. You become unforgettable because people are amazed by your unbreakable spirit. So we are going to start fireproofing your heart with intention and purpose today. We are going to strengthen your self-knowledge so you know exactly who you are. We are going to build your tribe of supporters who will always have your back. We are going to release the heavy burdens that weigh you down and drain you. We are going to practice letting go of what does not serve your highest good. We are going to become a heart that can survive any heat and still love. We are going to become a person who can weather any storm and still shine bright. And we will become unforgettable because our hearts are strong and full of fire. Chapter 10. A new definition of easy. We are going to completely redefine what the word easy means in your life from now on. For too long, you have thought that easy meant being quiet, small, and completely undemanding. You thought that easy meant never having needs or feelings that might inconvenience anyone else. You thought that easy meant being agreeable all the time and never rocking the boat. But this old definition is dead and buried because it has caused so much pain. We are going to create a new and beautiful definition that sets you completely free. This new definition will be powerful, empowering, and truly life-changing for you today. It will transform how you see yourself and how you allow others to treat you. The new definition of easy is being easy to trust with someone's deepest secrets and fears. It is being easy to be real with because you never judge or shame anyone at all. It is being easy to be inspired by because your passion is contagious and exciting. It is being easy to rely on because you keep your promises and show up consistently. It is being easy to laugh with because you do not take yourself too seriously. It is being easy to cry with because you are not afraid of sad or heavy emotions. It is being easy to grow with because you encourage change and new possibilities. This is the kind of easy that truly matters in deep and meaningful relationships. When you adopt this new definition, you stop trying to be small and unnoticeable forever. You start being the kind of person that people feel safe and comfortable around. You start being the kind of friend that people call in their darkest moments of need. You start being the kind of partner that people know they can count on completely. You start being the kind of family member that everyone wants to be near. You stop worrying about being a burden because you know your true value now. You stop apologizing for your existence because you know you are a gift. You become easy to love in the most profound and meaningful sense of the word. Think about the people in your life who are truly easy in this new definition. They are not the quiet ones who never express their opinions or their feelings at all. They are the ones who make you feel completely safe to be your authentic self. They are the ones who listen without interrupting or trying to fix everything quickly. They are the ones who celebrate your wins as if they were their own successes. They are the ones who hold your hand through losses without rushing your healing. They are the ones who make you feel like you are enough exactly as you are. They are unforgettable because they make love and connection feel so natural. This is the kind of easy that we are aiming for in your life. This new definition also means that you become easy on yourself too. You stop being your own harshest critic and worst enemy all the time. You start treating yourself with the same kindness you show to your best friend. You stop demanding perfection and start celebrating progress and effort instead. You stop comparing your behind-the-scenes struggles to everyone's highlight reels. You start giving yourself grace when you make mistakes and have bad days. You start believing that you are worthy of love just because you exist. You become easy to live with because you are no longer fighting yourself constantly. You become your own best friend and your own biggest supporter in life. So we are going to embrace this new definition with all of our hearts today. We are going to be easy to trust, easy to love, and easy to be real with. We are going to let go of the old pressure to be invisible and convenient for others. We are going to become people who make love feel effortless and natural for everyone. We are going to be easy on ourselves and stop the endless cycle of self-criticism. We are going to show the world that easy does not mean weak or small. We are going to show that easy means strong, safe, and deeply unforgettable. And we will attract people who appreciate this beautiful new version of you completely. Chapter 11, the solo chapter. There is a special chapter in your life that is just for you and no one else at all. This is the chapter where you learn to stand on your own 2 feet confidently. This is the chapter where you discover that you are complete and whole all by yourself. This is the chapter where you stop looking for someone else to save or fix you. This is the chapter where you become your own hero, your own protector, and your own best friend. This solo chapter is not about being lonely or isolated from the rest of the world. This solo chapter is about being so full of love for yourself that you never feel empty. This solo chapter is the foundation upon which all your future relationships will be built. Many people are terrified of being alone because they do not know who they really are. They jump from one relationship to another just to avoid the quiet of being by themselves. They fill their lives with noise and busyness to escape their own company and thoughts. They rely on other people to tell them that they are valuable and worthy of love. But if you cannot be happy alone, you will never be truly happy with anyone else. You will always be afraid of losing the person who validates your existence in the world. You will always settle for less than you deserve because you fear being alone. This solo chapter is your chance to break that cycle forever and become truly independent. In this solo chapter, you get to learn everything about yourself without any distractions. You get to discover what you truly enjoy doing with your free time and energy. You get to learn your favorite foods, movies, music, and hobbies that make you happy. You get to understand your triggers, your patterns, and your deepest desires in life. You get to heal your old wounds without the pressure of someone else's needs. You get to grow at your own pace without anyone rushing or judging you. You get to become a whole and complete person who does not need another half. This solo journey is a gift that will serve you for the rest of your life. When you master this solo chapter, something amazing happens to your relationships. You stop needing other people and start choosing them because you want them instead. You stop clinging to unhealthy connections because you are afraid of being alone. You stop accepting poor treatment because your self-worth is strong and unshakable. You start attracting people who are also whole and healthy and independent in themselves. You start building partnerships that are based on mutual respect and genuine choice. You start experiencing love that is free and not based on desperation or neediness. You become a better partner because you bring your complete self to the table. Your solo strength becomes the magnet that draws the most amazing people to you. Think about the most powerful and inspiring people you know in your life today. They are usually people who are comfortable in their own skin and their own company. They do not need constant validation or attention from others to feel okay. They can travel alone, eat alone, and enjoy their own quiet company easily. They are not desperate for a relationship because they already have the best one with themselves. Their independence makes them attractive and intriguing to other people around them. Their self-sufficiency gives them a quiet confidence that is impossible to ignore. They are unforgettable because they do not need anyone to complete them. They are complete already, and that completeness is absolutely magnetic and beautiful. So we are going to embrace this solo chapter with excitement and openness today. We are going to spend time alone and learn to love every moment of it. We are going to date ourselves and treat ourselves like the amazing person we are. We are going to heal our wounds and become whole on our own terms. We are going to build a relationship with ourselves that is strong and unbreakable. We are going to become our own safe harbor and our own source of love. We are going to be unforgettable because we are completely and utterly whole. And from that wholeness, we will love others in the most beautiful and free way. Chapter 12. The Relationships That Stick. Not every relationship in your life is meant to last forever, and that is perfectly okay. Some people are meant to be teachers who arrive just to show you important lessons. Some people are meant to be mirrors who reflect back things you need to see. Some people are meant to be visitors who stay for a season and then move on. But there are special relationships that stick with you through every storm and celebration. These are the relationships that withstand the test of time and all challenges. These relationships are built on solid foundations of trust, respect, and genuine connection. These are the relationships that make you feel completely safe and fully accepted exactly as you are. The relationships that stick are not the ones where you have to shrink yourself to fit in. They are not the ones where you walk on eggshells and watch every single word you say. They are not the ones where you apologize for your feelings or hide your true needs. They are the ones where you can be your loud, messy, wonderful self without fear. They are the ones where you can argue passionately and still feel completely secure. They are the ones where you can show your darkest fears and be held with tenderness. They are the ones where you are celebrated, not tolerated, by the other person. These relationships are rare and precious, but they are absolutely possible for you. To attract relationships that stick, you have to become a person who sticks too. You have to show up consistently and reliably for the people you care about deeply. You have to communicate honestly and openly even when it feels scary and vulnerable. You have to listen with empathy and really hear what the other person is saying. You have to celebrate their wins as genuinely as you celebrate your own successes. You have to hold their pain with compassion and never dismiss their feelings as silly. You have to be willing to grow and change together as life evolves around you. You have to be a safe and trustworthy person who others can count on always. One of the secrets to lasting relationships is learning how to repair after arguments or misunderstandings. Every relationship will have conflicts and disagreements that test your connection. The key is not avoiding conflict, but knowing how to come back together afterwards. You have to apologize when you are wrong and forgive when you are hurt by someone. You have to give each other space to cool down without abandoning the relationship entirely. You have to communicate your needs without attacking or blaming the other person. You have to be willing to see things from the other person's perspective with empathy. These repair skills are what make relationships bounce back stronger after every challenge. The relationships that stick also allow room for both people to grow and change as individuals. You do not have to stay exactly the same person to be loved forever and always. You are allowed to evolve, to dream new dreams, and to become someone new entirely. A healthy relationship will support your growth instead of trying to hold you back. It will celebrate your new interests and encourage your personal development in every way. It will give you space to be independent while still staying deeply connected to each other. It will adapt and bend as life throws new challenges and changes your direction. A relationship that sticks is flexible, resilient, and full of grace and understanding. So we are going to build relationships that stick with intention and care from now on. We are going to be the kind of person who attracts loyal and loving connections into our lives. We are going to show up consistently and be a safe harbor for those we love. We are going to master the art of repair and forgiveness in our relationships. We are going to support each other's growth and celebrate every new version of each other. We are going to let go of relationships that make us feel small and unseen. We are going to cherish the ones that make us feel like we belong completely. And we will become unforgettable because our relationships are built to last forever. Chapter 13. Not for everyone, but for the right ones. You are not meant to be everyone's cup of tea in this big and diverse world. You are a strong flavor that some people will love and others will not understand at all. Trying to be liked by everyone is a recipe for a boring and forgettable life. When you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one, especially yourself. Your uniqueness is not a flaw but a filter that attracts the right people to you. Your intensity is not a problem but a signal that tells people who you really are. You are not for the faint of heart or for those who want an easy ride. You are for the brave souls who appreciate depth, passion, and real connection. Think about your favorite book, movie, or song that you absolutely love and adore. Not everyone likes that same book, movie, or song, and that is completely fine. Its value does not decrease just because some people do not appreciate it at all. In fact, its uniqueness is exactly what makes it so special to its true fans. The same is true for you and your incredible and unique personality. You do not need to change to appeal to people who do not get your vibe. You need to stay exactly as you are to attract people who will love you deeply. The right ones will see your value and cherish you like a rare treasure. There is a freedom that comes when you accept that you are not for everyone. You stop wasting energy trying to impress people who are not your audience. You stop feeling hurt when someone does not appreciate your unique gifts and qualities. You stop taking rejection personally because you know it is just a mismatch. You start focusing your energy on the people who truly see and value you. You start pouring your love into relationships that are mutual and fulfilling for both. You start feeling a sense of peace because you are no longer performing for approval. You start living authentically because you have nothing left to prove to anyone. When you embrace that you are for the right ones, your whole world shifts beautifully. The right people will be drawn to your authenticity like moths to a bright flame. They will appreciate your quirks instead of asking you to change them at all. They will love your passion instead of telling you to calm down and be quiet. They will honor your sensitivity instead of calling you weak or overly dramatic. They will celebrate your strength instead of feeling threatened by your power. They will be your biggest fans and your strongest supporters in every way. They will make you feel like you have finally found your true tribe of souls. The right ones are out there waiting to meet the real and unfiltered version of you. They are tired of fake people who wear masks and hide their true selves completely. They are starving for genuine connection with someone who is brave and real. They are looking for someone who challenges them and makes them grow as humans. They are searching for someone who will love them deeply and without any conditions. They are hopping to find someone like you who is not afraid to be bold. They will recognize you when you show up as your authentic and beautiful self. They will be grateful to finally meet someone as unforgettable as you truly are. So we are going to embrace the beautiful truth that we are not for everyone. We are going to stop trying to water ourselves down for people who do not get us. We are going to celebrate our strong flavor and our unique and wonderful vibe. We are going to trust that the right people will find us and love us completely. We are going to let go of the need for universal approval and acceptance forever. We are going to attract our tribe by being our most authentic and real selves. We are going to become unforgettable to the people who were meant to know us, and we will finally feel like we belong exactly where we are supposed to be. Chapter 14. The Ripple Effect. Your life is not just about you, and that is the most beautiful truth you can learn. Every single action you take creates ripples that affect the world around you. Every smile you give, every kind word you speak, and every brave thing you do matters. Your energy spreads out like waves in a pond after you throw a stone. You never know who might be touched by your courage and your beautiful light. You never know who might be inspired by your honesty and your realness today. You are creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see. Your life is a gift that keeps on giving to people you will never even meet. When you start living as your true and unforgettable self, the ripple effect is massive. People around you notice that you are different and that you are not pretending anymore. They see your confidence and your willingness to be real and vulnerable with them. They feel inspired to drop their own masks and show their true selves too. They start taking risks they were too scared to take before knowing you. They start believing in themselves because they see you believing in yourself. They start loving themselves more because they see you loving yourself completely. Your courage creates a chain reaction of bravery in everyone who witnesses it. Think about a time when someone else's actions inspired you to be a better person. Maybe a stranger showed you kindness when you were having a really bad day. Maybe a friend shared their struggles and made you feel less alone in yours. Maybe a mentor took a chance on you and opened a door you could not open alone. That person did not know how much their action would impact your entire life. They just acted from their heart and created a ripple that reached you perfectly. Now you have the opportunity to be that person for someone else in the world. Your ripple effects can change lives in ways you cannot even begin to imagine. The ripple effect also works in reverse when you choose to shrink and hide yourself. When you dim your light, you are telling others that it is safe to dim theirs too. When you apologize for your passion, you teach others to be ashamed of theirs. When you hide your scars, you make others feel they must hide their own as well. When you play small, you give permission for others to play small too. Your silence creates a ripple of silence that spreads to everyone around you. Your fear creates a ripple of fear that holds others back from their potential. This is why choosing to be brave is not just for you, but for everyone you touch. Your unique gifts are needed in this world more than you will ever fully understand. There is no one else who has your exact combination of talents and experiences. There is no one else who can touch the specific people you are meant to touch. There is no one else who can bring your particular flavor of love and light to the world. The people who need you are waiting for you to show up and be seen. The lives that need your ripple are waiting for you to throw your stone. The world is hungry for more unforgettable people who refuse to play small. Your presence here is not an accident but a necessity for the whole world. So we are going to embrace the beautiful responsibility of our ripple effect today. We are going to act with intention, knowing that our actions have power and meaning. We are going to be brave and bold because others are watching and learning from us. We are going to share our gifts generously because the world needs them desperately. We are going to inspire others to be their true selves by being our true selves. We are going to create ripples of love, courage, and authenticity everywhere we go. We are going to become unforgettable because our impact lasts long after we leave. And we will change the world one beautiful ripple at a time. Chapter 15. The Only Question That Matters. After all of this reading and reflection, there is only one question that really matters. The question is not, am I easy to love? Because that is the wrong question entirely. The question is not, am I too much for other people to handle? Because that keeps you small. The question is not, will people accept me if I show my true self? Because that is fear talking. The only question that truly matters is this one. What mark do I want to leave? This question shifts your focus from worrying about yourself to creating your legacy. This question moves you from being a passive victim to an active creator of your life. This question is the key that unlocks your power and your unforgettable destiny. When you ask yourself what mark you want to leave, everything changes completely. You stop obsessing over whether people like you in any given moment. You start focusing on being the kind of person who makes a positive difference. You stop counting your flaws and start counting your contributions to the world. You start thinking about the stories people will tell about you after you are gone. You start wondering how you can make people feel more loved and understood. You start asking how you can use your gifts to serve others and heal the world. Your life becomes bigger than your insecurities and bigger than your fears. Think about the marks that have been left on your heart by unforgettable people. They left marks of kindness that made you believe in the goodness of humanity. They left marks of wisdom that guided you through difficult decisions and times. They left marks of courage that inspired you to be brave in your own life. They left marks of love that made you feel truly seen and completely cherished. They did not leave these marks by being quiet and easy and convenient for others. They left them by being bold, real, and fully engaged with their lives. They left them by asking themselves what mark they wanted to leave and acting on it. Their marks are still alive in you today, and they will never fade away. The mark you leave does not have to be grand or famous to be deeply meaningful. It can be the way you make your children feel safe and loved every single day. It can be the way you support your friends through their hardest and darkest moments. It can be the way you show kindness to a stranger who is having a terrible day. It can be the way you use your talents to bring beauty and joy to others. It can be the way you stand up for what is right and just in your community. It can be the way you love yourself so fully that others learn to love themselves. Every act of courage, love, and authenticity leaves a lasting mark on the world. Your mark does not need to be huge to be unforgettable and deeply significant. Asking yourself this question also gives you permission to stop pleasing everyone else. You realize that trying to make everyone happy dilutes the mark you are meant to leave. You realize that some people will not understand your mark, and that is perfectly fine. You realize that your mark is for the people who need it the most in the world. You stop wasting time on shallow pursuits that do not align with your purpose. You start investing your energy in things that truly matter and make a real difference. You start living with intention and passion every single day of your life. You become a person who is not just loved but truly remembered for who you were. So we are going to answer this question with courage and boldness starting today. We are going to decide what kind of mark we want to leave on this world. We are going to let go of the fear of being too much or not enough. We are going to focus on being unforgettable because we gave our gifts generously. We are going to leave marks of love, courage, and authenticity wherever we go. We are going to become the kind of person people remember with warmth and gratitude. We are going to realize that being hard to forget is our greatest superpower. and we are going to live a life that truly matters and leaves a beautiful legacy. Conclusion: a life you can't forget. You have journeyed through these chapters and discovered a powerful new way to see yourself. You are not a problem to be solved or a burden to be carried by others. You are a gift to be unwrapped, a symphony to be heard, and a mark to be left on the world. You have learned that your intensity, your passion, and your depth are not weaknesses but superpowers. You have learned that being unforgettable is not about being perfect but about being real. You have learned that the right people will love you not despite your edges but because of them. Your life is not meant to be easy to ignore, and that is the greatest compliment you can receive. You are hard to forget because you are full of fire, love, and a beautiful and unique soul. So go out into the world and be exactly who you were made to be from the start. Stop apologizing for your volume and start singing your song at full volume. Stop hiding your scars and start showing your tattoos of survival and strength. Stop shrinking for comfort and start expanding into your full and glorious self. Stop asking if you are easy to love and start asking what mark you will leave. Remember that you are a masterpiece created by sunshine and rain and everything in between. Remember that you are not hard to love, you are hard to forget, and that is your power. Live a life so full, so bold, and so real that no one could ever forget you.